Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning into a Royal Spot of Tarot tea with me. I just want to say first and foremost, thank you all for the amazing support. I'm so grateful. And I also want to say a huge shout out to those who have served. Of course, we are talking about Prince Harry. Well, he says just call me Harry, but Harry's request denied to have a wreath laid, obviously, with his name, and obviously I'm sure Meghan's name attached to it. I just want to say, if you know somebody who served, or you have served yourself or in your family, thank you so much for your service. In the UK and abroad, America as well. Veterans Day, Remembrance Day is kind of one and the same. Memorial Day also is a holiday to commemorate and honor people who have served. So thank you so much for your service. I just want to say that just to open up the video, which I think is very important and deserves to be said. Okay, so I actually have gone ahead out of my way to print off a part of an article that is speaking about what has happened here with Harry's request denied. Okay, so if you guys did not know, Harry did serve, as the article states, he did serve in 2 tours of Afghanistan. Prince Harry is also known for the Invictus Games, which also has a lot of veterans and people who have either served in different types of places around the world, have served and have been able to be honored. Okay, so Prince Harry is the one who started that whole thing. And it's actually to pay tribute. Okay, so obviously Harry is very wrapped up with that whole thing, okay, in regards to the British Army and those who have served. Like, that is very close to Harry's heart. And so I thought that it was quite interesting here to see that his request was denied. All right, so let's go ahead and read and see exactly what this is. So he wanted a wreath. Okay, so what Harry was, so let's go ahead and see what the article is saying, and then I'm going to pull some cards to look into this. And I have seen the photographs of Harry and Meghan in LA at a separate site, which people have obviously, of course, they got some backlash for that. So we're going to go ahead and look into why they decided to do that, whose idea was it. We're going to just look into, the future, because I really feel like this is a huge turning point, okay, for Harry and Meghan in regards to how they're going to fit in and gel with the British royal family all the way from LA. This was their opportunity, I guess, in their eyes, to kind of bring, a little bit of that British tradition to LA. And it didn't seem like it got a lot of good reviews or praise. So, as this article says here, the Duke of Sussex is obviously, he served in the British Army for a decade, which did include 2 tours of Afghanistan. Okay, he also founded the Invictus Games, and he's also known for holding up injured and sick veterans and Army personnel, people who have served and have had injuries. He definitely does shine a spotlight on those who have lost, limbs and all sorts of things from serving, which is horrible, And so with the Invictus Games, he was able to bring that to light and to honor those. So here we have it with Remembrance Day, right? So then the article goes on to say this. Prince Harry was deeply saddened to hear that his personal request to have a wreath laid by Buckingham Palace was denied. However, they're saying that the Queen was not told. Now, okay, just to put a little personal interjection here, do I believe that the Queen did not know that? I don't. She is the Queen, okay, the Queen of England, okay, the Queen of the Commonwealth. I don't believe for a second that his grandmother, Prince Harry's grandmother, the Queen of England, did not know about his request. I don't believe that for a second. But reports were saying that the Queen did not know about it, which I don't think is accurate. I really don't. Because if they actually went ahead and said that, it would cause a lot of rufflings. It would definitely cause a lot of rufflings, and people would probably start to question. And I think that people will start to question, the Queen's relationship with Prince Harry. So as the report says here, right, it was denied. And they said the only reason that they actually gave us in this article and many other articles that are published in America and abroad is that the reason for this is because they feel like he is no longer representing the monarch. So they said so that's Prince Harry. So they're outright saying that they don't feel like Prince Harry is representing the monarch. Okay, AKA the British royal family, to be more exact, more specific. And then the article goes on to say the couple did what any normal person would do, which is their own thing. Okay, so Meghan and Harry personally wanted to recognize Remembrance Day in their own special way. So according to their media team, they okay, now this is kind of, this is a very, very soft spot, but it's interesting how this has turned out, right? So the article says here, according to their media team, they decided to visit a grave site in Los Angeles, which the title is Los Angeles National Cemetery. So where Harry and Meghan went, which you see in the thumbnail, my picture in the thumbnail, which I do not own, by the way, and everything said here is alleged in the cards, is that they went to the Los Angeles National Cemetery. Now, that's a bit strange to me. Because obviously Remembrance Day is more so about, the British Army. So I'm not really sure about that. But of course, where else could they go, right? They are in California. So they're saying that they went to the Los Angeles National Cemetery. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were photographed by laying a wreath at the graves of 2 Commonwealth soldiers, as well as flowers that Markle placed from their own garden. Okay, that's a personal touch. And the article goes on to express that Brits felt like it was a ploy. Okay, they're claiming that they feel like not just British people alone, but they feel like people have reacted negatively towards this because they felt like it was an awkward situation. So of course, in the comment section below, you can put your own personal feelings. Do you think that it was a bad choice for them to do photographs in the Los Angeles National Cemetery, or do you think that it was a nice touch? It does say that they laid flowers from their own garden, which a lot of reports did not specify in that, but thankfully this article that I printed off did. So Harry and Meghan went ahead and brought flowers allegedly from their own garden to lay down. So it's not in England, it's not like a carved out, British museum, but it is a Los Angeles National Cemetery. So I'll be curious to see what you guys' thoughts are about Harry and Meghan going out of their way to set up a photo shoot, professionally photographed in a cemetery, but just not in England. Okay, so Harry did not fly over there, neither did Meghan. With the pandemic, that's neither here nor there. They just were not there. Okay, it is tradition for the royal family to go to these events. It is also tradition for them to be at the balcony and to be photographed, next to the Queen, next to Prince Charles, Camilla. This is a very, very typical thing. In fact, if you go on Google right now, there's actually other photographs of Meghan being on the balcony at other Remembrance Day ceremonies. Okay, before they left and stepped down as senior royals, there is also other photographs of Meghan and Harry both being there. So of course, they definitely showed a light on the fact that William was there, by himself. He was not there staying next to his brother. And I feel like a lot of the public's reaction was how solemn Prince William looked without Harry being next to him. That was another thing that people were kind of sad about, is they're so used to seeing Harry. At least Meghan is another story, but people in general, right, are so used to seeing Harry, Catherine and William together for Remembrance Day. It's a typical thing we see here. So for some reason, people were saying, well, they're not there. They were nowhere to be seen, and they decided to do their own photo shoot in the luxury hills of Los Angeles. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and ask some really, really, I think, interesting questions to the cards. And the first question I want to ask, now that we read the article, we've got more detail about, why people felt negatively and what they chose to do it for. Let's just go ahead and see how the Queen feels. Okay, I just want to kick off with actually asking the cards about the Queen. Is this a symbol? Is this a sign that maybe the Queen has had a more strict change of heart? Because I do feel like for them to say that the Queen did not know, I don't think is accurate. I mean, the Queen knows everything, so that's kind of weird to say that. So I want to go ahead and see and ask the cards. So what is the Queen's feelings towards Harry and Meghan not being there on Remembrance Day and this photo shoot that they did at this Los Angeles cemetery? How does the Queen feel about this? The Death card, Scorpio. Okay, so what I'm getting based upon my cards is that the Queen feels like this is a slap in the face. The Death card, Scorpio. Now, Charles is also a Scorpio. Keep that in mind. Okay, so this could have been a discussion that she had with Charles in the background in privacy. So with the High Priestess reverse and the Death card, yeah, you all, I definitely get the feeling here that the Queen has had enough of this. Okay. Now, this may be very, very controversial and sad to say this, but I do get the strong energy here that the Queen has had enough of this. Okay. The shenanigans is what I'm hearing. I feel like the Queen did know something, maybe not the whole story, the whole 9 yards, but I do feel confidently that the Queen knew something, okay, about Harry's request. The media and what they've told the media to say is that she didn't know, but I don't feel like that's the truth. The Queen knows everything. The Queen sees everything, okay? The Queen has a hell of a lot of power. Okay, she also has the power to take away their titles. She has power to allocate certain wealth, certain titles. She has a power. The Queen has the power. So don't think for a second that if this request was denied that the Queen did not know, okay? The Fool reverse, the Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. Okay, the Six of Swords also speaks to, wow, moving away, a permanent relocation, okay? Not really being in the fold, not really knowing what's going on. So based upon these cards I'm pulling for the Queen and how she feels, it's so clear to me that she is really considering to pull the rug from under their ass. If I can say that, okay? That may sound a little bit harsh, but I feel like the Queen here, this Death card, especially in the middle, she's not happy about this. Okay, the queen is not happy about what's been going on. Okay, let's get some more cards here. How is the Queen feeling? The World. So she feels like it's a bad look with the Death card and the World, the Moon, secrets, a lot of secrecies around this. The Justice card. Okay, so I do feel like the Queen is judging Harry and Meghan quite, how can I say this? I feel like she's watching them. Okay, I feel like naturally, but I do feel like the Queen is looking very carefully at the situation here. I almost get this vibe of like the Queen is trying to figure out, did they do this to really honor, or did they do this to steal the spotlight? That's what I feel the Queen's energy is with these cards here. Is like, did they set up this photo shoot to really honor those who have served and who, tragically lost their lives or was injured, or are they doing this for an alternative motive? And so I think that just based upon the statement and the articles that I found that I chose to print off in here and read from the beginning, what I think is clear to me is that the Queen is starting to catch on here. Okay, the Queen is starting to catch on that there could be negative intentions. All right, like they may not have the best intentions for the British royal family, and so I think that the Queen and the palace and the Queen consort and all these media outlets that work with the royal family and not with Harry and Meghan, I feel like they're starting to catch on that, you know, they're trying to malign them. They're trying to bring them down. And I really feel this now. This is not an energy that I picked up before. Okay, this is a brand new energy. So it gives me the impression that the Queen is aware that they don't care about the monarch. Okay, and that's exactly why in the article and what they told the press is they do not feel that he represents the monarch. Now, this is a born prince. Prince Harry is a born prince. So the fact that they've actually now said that we don't think that he's even a part of us or even represents us, I think speaks volumes. Let's get some more cards here. How does she feel about Meghan? How does the Queen feel about Meghan posing in those pictures for Remembrance Day? How does the Queen feel about Meghan posing in those pictures for Remembrance Day? Oh my God, Knight of Swords, Ten of Wands. Okay, she feels like it's a huge burden. The Tower. Okay, the Queen feels negatively, guys. Like I said, the Queen I think is quite fair. I mean, she's still been able to let them get money from Charles. I think she's given them, you know, properties. You know, she's tried to gift them with all this type of jewelry and properties and residences and security access. I feel like the Queen has done what she can, but I do feel like this is coming to a close, you all. Okay, based upon the cards, I do feel like the Queen's tolerance is dwindling rapidly at this point because of the Tower. The Tower and the Ten of Wands, I think, is speaking to the fact that the Queen now is starting to have enough of this. She's getting to the point now where she's like, you know what? Are they trying to stab me in the back? Are they trying to, you know, make fun of the family? Are they trying to embarrass us? You know, I'm hearing somebody say, are they trying to embarrass us? You know, and I'm asking about Meghan, and we have a Tower card. Okay, so the way she feels about Meghan is that this is negative. This is negative press attention. Okay, she doesn't feel like it's a good look. All right, she doesn't feel like it's the right move. It's appropriate. You know, something about her looking kind of funny in what she's wearing. You know, it doesn't really look like her. It kind of seems like a front. Ooh, Two of Swords just flinged out. The Two of Swords and the Ace of Cups, falling the Devil, and the Four of Swords and the King of Swords. Okay, so she is really looking at this carefully, and I do feel like the Queen thinks that they're up to no good. Okay, and it's sad to say this, but I really feel like the Queen is starting to realize here that they're really up to no good, and I would not be surprised if she is looking into removing something. I'm not getting exactly what it is just yet, but I would not be surprised if the Queen wants to remove something because these two cards here are very, very negative. I hate to see cards one after the other so negative like this. These are very negative cards, okay? So this is what it's showing, the burden, it's showing the trickery, the betrayal, and it's showing the Tower card, showing that this is a catastrophe. And the Crown, you see how the crown is being blown up here with all the fire and debris and the lightning. So she feels like this is a bad move. You know, she feels like these photographs are showing the division in the British royal family, and she doesn't want that. I feel like she would have preferred if they, you know, did one photograph, you know, more of a professional photograph with a poem or some kind of letter, something like that, you know. Like it could have been a personal excerpt from maybe a veteran themselves. You know, I feel like she's saying, you know, why couldn't they just keep this more low key? You know, why do you have to blow this up out of proportion? That's what I feel the Queen is saying is like, why is it that everything they do is causing so much burden and so much catastrophe? The Queen is starting to say, why is it that everything they do is negative? It's negatively seen in the press and to the British public. So I would not be surprised if she's saying, listen, you know, the Justice card represents the courts, the royal courts, legal. So I would not be surprised if the Queen is like, listen, we're going to get ready for anything possible here. Even with Megan's father, I'm getting some energy here of Megan's father. Like the queen is really looking at this, like what's going on over here with the justice card. Justice card is like the courts, the legal system, like what is going on? So she's trying to be strategic. So see the queen in this reading is not coming up as very emotional. Do you notice a difference in the energy from other readings I've done on this couple? This comes up more so as, you know, cut the bullshit, like get down to the heart of the matter. You see what I'm saying? So the queen is not feeling very emotionally supportive of them right now. She doesn't feel like she needs to really have their back. You know, she feels like she needs to have the monarch's back, her family's back. And that right now does not include Harry. And that's why I think they were able to make that statement, because there's no way they can make that kind of statement without the queen knowing something. She's the queen. She's the queen. So them making a statement that, oh, he doesn't represent the monarch is pretty self-explanatory in my opinion, okay? How did Harry and Meghan feel planning this photo shoot and being denied? Being denied. Let's see how they felt on that day and how they've been feeling since they had a little snub situation. Okay, they weren't able to lay a royal wreath. And in their words, it was snubbed by the palace. They were shaded. So let's see how they felt. Let's see how they felt towards this. Harry and Meghan's energy, please, with Remembrance Day and the Queen, the Palace, Prince William, you know, not being able to pay tribute with the rest of the British royal family. How do they feel? How do they feel? Death card again. So the Queen had the Death card and Harry and Meghan also the Death card. 6 of Cups, 2 of Wands, the Magician, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, this does feel like a PR stunt, guys. I'm sorry to say this. Yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles. So this is wow. A little bit of Meghan energy there too. Okay, so this definitely feels like they were trying to like. This just feels like they were trying to bring a piece of England to like America for a second in time. You know, this makes based upon the cards, it feels like they were trying to have their own tradition in LA. But for a lot of people, it came across as tacky. You know, I mean, Magician. So once they were shot down and they were denied this request, they definitely wanted to Queen of Pentacles for image. For image, they wanted to appeal to people to make money. Okay, this feels like this is about money as well, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, to get some kind of buzz around a possible pregnancy as well, or the fashion, Meghan's fashion, like the photo shoot was to get some buzz around a possible pregnancy with the Empress card, I feel there. 9 of Cups reversed, to have people talking about, is she pregnant? Is she not pregnant? Like they wanted to create buzz is what I'm getting here based upon the cards. Only the cards are telling me this. It's based upon the cards here. So Meghan and Harry, like how do they feel when they were denied? And why did they do this photo shoot? Was it a good idea? Whose idea was this? The High Priestess reversed. The Fool reversed. The Moon reverse. Okay, so especially from Meghan's side, I feel like they wanted to prove that they don't like them. Like it's kind of like a reverse psychology situation. Like they wanted to prove it, like, hey, like, you know, we're not wanted. They wanted to kind of like show that, you know, we want to honor these people, but yet like the British royal family does not want us to. So we're just going to go ahead and do our own thing. So based upon the cards, it definitely feels like this was to create buzz. I do feel like this was kind of a little bit of a dig, you know, to be very honest with you. Okay, Ace of Pentacles again. See about the money and the status is what this was about, which is very sad to see. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Six of Cups. So they wanted to kind of relive, they wanted to relive that moment, but in LA. And I do feel like they did it to create buzz around beauty, pregnancy, fashion. I don't know if Megan's dress was advertised on any website. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because it definitely feels like Megan wanted to also show off her dress, like what she was wearing, and she wanted to create buzz in that way as well, as what I'm getting based on the cards here. So this was definitely like a bitter pill. I feel like Harry and Meghan swallowed a bitter pill, allegedly. Okay, it's all alleged opinion based on the cards, but I do feel like Harry and Meghan were kind of like bitter about this, and I do feel like they took it upon themselves with a magician to create their own like tradition, you know, to do their own thing. They didn't have to do all that. They didn't have to go, you know, amongst, you know, the pandemic and go out to a random cemetery. They didn't have to do that. But they did. You see what I'm saying? So this definitely feels like they wanted to get attention. I definitely feel they wanted to spark some kind of attention here. They wanted to create some kind of headline. Okay, and they got it. They got it. Yeah, with the Hermit, that's Prince Harry. Harry's a Virgo. So this Hermit card is a Virgo energy, right? And then we have the Knave of Cups reversed. Okay. Let's see some cards over here. Why do they do this photo shoot? And how do they feel when they were denied their request? How do they feel? How do they feel about this? Very soon. So very soon they wanted to get public recognition for this. They wanted to get people to talk about them. Yes, attraction. You see that? Attraction. So they wanted people to like talk about how they look, you know, what they're wearing. It's so strange. This energy is so strange for Meghan and Harry. I must be honest. It's kind of strange, guys, right? It's like they took this opportunity to promote their fashion, promote their lifestyle. Like, it's just weird. Oh, Netflix. Okay, Netflix is coming to my mind. So this could be about, oh, okay. This could be a part of that Netflix special if that still goes through. Then maybe they recorded for the Netflix special. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, this could have been something about the Netflix special as well. Or social media. Okay, I feel like it's both. I feel this is about the social media and Netflix. Yeah. Red flag. It's a red flag. The Monarch is like red flag. Okay, so they're on to the tricks, guys. Okay, bottom line. Queen of Pentacles again with a Four of Swords. Yeah, 5. Yep. They feel like, especially Prince William, look at the cards. They're onto this, guys. They feel like this is a total sham. 7 of Swords, King of Cups is Prince William. The Hierophant, marriage. They think the marriage is a sham. You see that? Royal Court card. 4 of Cups, missed opportunity. Okay, they feel like Harry being in LA is a missed opportunity for the royal family. 5 of Swords, trickery, theft, stealing money. Okay, the burden of it all, the confusion that this is causing in the media is stressing the royal family out. The royal family is stressed about this. The royal family allegedly is very stressed because they feel like this is causing a lot of drama, a lot of burden. Wow. And they feel like it's trickery, especially Prince William. He feels like this is a complete sham. Oh my God. Red flag. Okay, so they're going to try to stop them. I think from this moment forward, they may actually tell Harry and Meghan that you can no longer do stuff like that. You can no longer, like, in part of us, use this for your own gain. I do feel like someone is going to tell them, like, you cannot do that again. It's not appropriate. I do feel like this conversation is what either has happened already, but I do feel like it's not so much that. I feel like it's coming up. Okay, I do feel like there's going to be a conversation that they're going to be having with Harry and Meghan about this, because for some reason they feel like it's leaving a bad taste in their mouth. Okay, the royal family it's leaving a bad taste in their mouth. It's leaving a bad taste in their mouth. And they feel like, this is kind of going too far at this point, and they're catching on. They're totally catching on as to why they're even in LA, and the queen is really beginning to take kind of like the rose-colored glasses off. I feel like the queen is beginning to realize that maybe they could actually destroy the royal family. And because of this reason, they don't want to keep allowing them to be in the press to do this, is what I get, okay? That's the vibe I'm getting here. Based upon the cards, it's like they don't want them to keep doing this because it's embarrassing. And they feel like it's negative. Death cards, it's just garbage. It's complete garbage. Oh my God. Is the queen thinking about taking their titles away? Let's look into that real quick. Is the queen thinking about taking their titles away? Let's get some cards on that. High Priestess reverse. Knight of Swords. Is the queen thinking about taking these titles away? Ace of Pentacles. Two of Wands. Okay, so now what I'm getting based on these cards, like they are seeing Harry as a +1, right? Like the British royal family now is seeing Harry as he's chosen his path. He's picked a side, which is really sad to say that, but it definitely shows me like he's chosen what he wants for himself. And it's not the royal family. It's not serving the queen or the monarch or the commonwealth. It's all about this Hollywood-esque energy that I feel like the queen is starting to really not like. I think before the queen was quite lenient, but it seems like with the energy in the cards that she's now beginning to see that this is a slap in the face. It's kind of like a backhanded dig, like, oh, you can do a ceremony, we can do a ceremony too. And that's what I feel Catherine's energy here is like, oh, you want to try to do that? Like, really? I feel like the queen and Catherine are like kind of side-eyeing Meghan and Harry, like, what are you doing? Like, it doesn't look right, I really get that. Seven of Wands reverse. I feel like Camilla, I can't say her name right. I feel like Camilla, Prince Charles's wife, is kind of silent. I don't really feel her energy here at all. I'm pretty open to what energy I feel. Prince Charles's wife, I feel, is pretty hush hush. Like, she doesn't really have any personal opinion at this point. I haven't felt her energy in these readings for a long time. I feel like she's really trying to just smile and carry on, keep calm and carry on, is the energy that I feel Camilla is giving me, very much so. Just stiff upper lip, right? Like, as we say, just kind of just minding your own. And I feel like Camilla is doing that. Camilla is not trying to get in the middle of anything right now. She's trying to see if she can be, if Charles can become king, and if she can, fill that position. Because if Charles is king, I feel like Camilla is more of this energy of, wanting to solidify her legacy and not get in the drama. I don't feel like Camilla wants any drama with any of this. She's very, very quiet. I've not seen Camilla's energy at all for a long time. Like, in the beginning, she was laughing with Catherine, and she was kind of like, what a joke. But now I feel like she's kind of just shocked at it all. I feel like Camilla, especially Charles's wife, I feel like Camilla is just more so shocked that this has gone so totally the opposite of the royal wedding. Camilla was there for the royal wedding. And I feel like Camilla's energy is, if I could pick up on her energy, I feel like Camilla's energy is more so of like, what happened? Charles walked you down the aisle. She was able to be close to Catherine and William. I feel like Camilla's energy is like, what went wrong? What happened? Why go all the way to LA? They're just confused. Like, why now? And so I really feel like the Queen and Catherine are catching on. Like, listen, this is bogus. This is all for their own me gain. Okay, that's what I feel. That's what I'm picking up here. It's for the money. Okay, 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. Yeah, 4 of Swords. Exactly. So this is like, breaking away. This is definitely giving me lots of vibes of like them totally breaking away. So, like I said, I would not be surprised if I know people were talking about there's like a whole review. I was hearing rufflings about the Queen reviewing them before 2021. So I would not be surprised if there was a lot of harsh um ratings, if I want to say that. There's a lot of harsh things that she and her staff could tell them that Harry and Meghan may not like. That's what I get here. They may not like it, but I feel like the Queen's gonna do what she gotta do. Okay, that's what I feel here. How does Catherine feel about them being in LA and them doing their own photo shoot? How does Catherine and William feel? How do they feel? Four of Cups reversed. How does Catherine and William feel? The High Priestess. Okay, so Catherine is using her intuition, and so is William. They're using their intuition about this couple at this point. They see them as I don't want to say enemies because that's kind of wrong, but this just, yeah, well, the Tower card again. Yeah, they see them as they see them as trying to destroy the royal family. Harry, so Catherine and William are looking at Harry like, what are you doing? You're trying to destroy what your mother represented, what the Queen represents, what we represent. As a couple, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, like we represent, so much. We bring so much to the world. That's how I feel like. I really feel like William and Catherine are like, we bring so much. We've sacrificed so much, for our mother's legacy. And it's like, how dare you destroy it? I feel like William's upset. He's like, how dare you destroy our mother's legacy like that? How dare you? Yeah, they don't see them in a positive light at all. So yeah, all around the royal family is like, this is some BS. Yeah, they're all around. They're like, this is some BS. Y'all look like straight fools. So I don't know about the public, but I'm picking up now more so the British royal family. Two of Cups reversed. They think this is a fake relationship. They feel like it's a fake. Yeah. Strategic. Okay. There's no emotion there. So they're very cold. I feel like in the heart, William's feelings towards Harry, I feel, has gone cold now. I feel like Catherine is very, very distant from Harry now. Okay. It wasn't this bad last year, but I do feel like this year it's gotten worse. Okay. It's very cold. It's very numb energy. It's very, very stifled, tense, competitive energy that I get from these cards. Okay. It's a very, very competitive energy. I can do this and I could do this better. My wife can dress like this and Meghan can dress like that. It's this comparison, silly game thing that I'm picking up here, whether it's intentional or not, right? Whether it's intentional or not, that's what the cards are showing here. Okay, let's ask the last question with Harry and Meghan. Let's see. Show me some cards for what could be coming up. Okay. Like, since now that they've publicly said out loud that they're not representative of the monarch, like what are they gonna, like what do they want to do, like, after this? Like, what do they want to, how do they want to show themselves to the world after they've been snubbed like this? And in the words of the article, they've been royally snubbed. What do they want to do? Like, moving forward, what do they want to do with their own life? What do they want to do? What do they want to do? What does Harry and Meghan want to do since being snubbed by the public and the royal family to not be able to lay a royal wreath for their Remembrance Day services and ceremonies? And they've gone ahead and done their own thing. Okay. What do they want to do? The Hermit. I feel like Harry is embarrassed. I feel like Harry is kicking himself in the foot right now. I feel like Harry is embarrassed. Leo. There's Meghan and there's Harry. Harry's over here. Meghan's over here. They're feeling embarrassed, okay? I feel it's more so Harry who's actually embarrassed now. Like, he's embarrassed, he's hurt. And the article, yeah, the article did say that there is that he was deeply saddened. Personal request. That is what it did say. It did say that he was sad. Yeah, I am picking up that. Okay, I am picking up on this energy of being actually embarrassed. He's embarrassed. Oh my God. This is so sad. What is their plans? What are they going to do? Oh my God. That's so sad. 8 of Cups reversed. So I'm just wondering if Harry wants to visit. Like, if he's going to make a move to visit. Because I do get that energy here, okay? There could be an energy of him needing to visit. Or wanting to visit. Okay? The Tower, again. The Tower has come out like 4 times in this reading. If not 7. Like, I've got the Tower card so many times now. So many times. Oh my God. It's unbelievable. King of Cups. Okay, so I think that Harry wants to have a private conversation with William in person. I feel like this is what he wants to do, and I think he wants to figure out what they're going to do in the coming years and next year. This definitely gives me vibes of like maybe Harry wants to find out about the money, about the inheritance for his son as well, for Archie. I feel like Harry's wanting to get more information, and I definitely feel like one of them, if not both of them, is rejecting the calls right now. There is a vibe here of like someone rejecting phone calls, not wanting to pick up the phone, not really wanting to communicate. So there is energy here of, in the future, there could be this big story that either William is wanting to reach out and see him in person, or the Queen and William want to see him. But there's energy. There's definitely the questions I asked the card was, what is the move? Now I'm not really seeing Meghan's energy. I'm seeing more Harry. So I said, what is a future move? What can we expect? What could happen, right? And what I'm getting is that there could be a very, very important meeting that they need to have, okay, in person, like not over the phone. Like, this could be well into next year because with the pandemic, who the hell knows? But this is definitely an energy of like them needing to sit down and discuss things, because right now I feel like they're very disconnected, okay? William and Harry are very disconnected. And I really feel like William is at this point, that love, that brotherly love, it's so sad to say this, but it's just like, it's gone cold, and I think it's quite obvious now that it's gone cold. And especially the Queen and Catherine are picking up that they are trying to throw really low jabs with trying to compare themselves. And I feel like the Queen is like, and the palace is like, this is just not appropriate. And I feel like, they especially Harry, he could have meant some well to it. I don't feel like it's negative. I feel like Harry did mean well, to some degree. I do feel like Harry did want to show that he does support, those for Remembrance Day. I do feel like Harry did want to do that. But at the same time, because of Meghan and because of just the dynamic in the press, I also feel like he's very, very well aware of that, it could have gotten mixed reviews. And unfortunately for them, it got more negative reviews. So this is what I have for you on this reading. Very, very sad to see that. So yeah, it looks like they're just more distant, you all. There's not really any kind of reunion here. I do feel like in terms of the inheritance, money, what goes to what child, who's gonna, if the Queen passes or someone passes, I feel like there's going to be upcoming conversations about who gets what, who does what, the roles. And I do feel like Harry's under a lot of pressure. Okay. I do feel like Harry's going to be under the spotlight well into next year with Prince William. And I do feel like William could actually, begin to show signs of him just not agreeing with Harry, all over again. There is an energy here where Harry could get to a point where he's calling them out, calling the royal family out, and William's calling them out. Secret sources are calling them out, because I do feel like, especially with Meghan, I do see a lot of legal things here with Meghan and her father, which is very also sad to see. I do see a lot of things here with Meghan and her father, and Meghan in the press. I don't know. I just, something very strange is over there with them about that. And I do feel like going into next year, I'm saying about the future now, I feel like going into next year, there's going to be more energy about, they're standing, you know, what they're expecting of Harry, not even Meghan. I feel like the family wants to know, you know, where does your loyalty lie? You know, I feel like, especially Catherine, I feel like Catherine is kind of scratching her head, like, you know, her bountiful brunette locks. I feel like she's kind of just touching her hair and saying, like, you know, what's the deal here? You know, why do they go so far? You know, why are they doing this? And I feel like a lot of people in the royal family are becoming very irritated with Harry. You know, especially Harry. I feel like they're getting to a point now where they're just irritated and they don't understand why they're doing this. Okay. That's all I have. All right. So especially Prince William, I do see there's going to be a very, very serious talk in the near future, either over the technology or in person. But I do feel like at some point, as the queen gets older and older, there's going to be a serious talk. And I'm not sure, you all, I'm really not sure if Harry is going to like what they tell him. I don't think he's going to really want to acquiesce to their request, as I could say. I don't feel like Harry wants to bow down to any of them. I don't feel like Harry wants to listen to any of them. And I do feel like there's going to be a lot of legal trouble for Meghan in the future. Sad, guys. All right, that's my update. That's the royal update. Thank you for watching. Feel free to check out the merchandise and the links below. I will see you on the next video. If you enjoyed, thumbs up, please, and subscribe. Bye.